Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 47 of Direwolf20's Enigmatica Let's Play series, where I'm off to the end. That's the plan for today. I want to set up that Shulker spawning system that I had set up down here, but we're instead going to put it in the end, because we've been having a heck of a time getting the Shulkers to behave down here. So we're gonna dismantle everything that we've got. We're going to bring it to the end, which is going to unfortunately require one little nuisance, this guy. So we're going to have to set up some network teleporty things for refined storage. That shouldn't be too bad, though. Shouldn't be too bad. I should be able to pull that off. It's about time that we set that up. Do we have network stuff ready to go from here? Oh, my inventory's full. I should have noticed that. We do not have the networking stuff set up here. Let's put you in the inventory slot. That's fine. Let's put away some other junk that we don't need and go get whatever items I may have left in my basement just now. Whatever that might have been. I'm guessing there's stuff that yes, there it is. Hello, things that I dropped by mistake. What don't I need? What don't I need? I don't think I need maybe we want the pillager. I might want a second mob duplicator so that we can spawn the pillagers with a redstone signal too. That might be a thing that we decide to do. But aside from that, is there anything I can put away? To be honest with you, not as much as you think. I got a lot of junk on me right now. A lot of junk on me right now. Holy cow. I'll just put another stack or two of these away. You know what? I'll do this. I'll put my stone in here because we're gonna need to be building gadgets with that anyway. So that should be cool. All right, let's get networking set up. Wireless networks for refined storage shouldn't be too bad, right? So we want to teach you how to make a network card. Hey, where's my patterns? There you are. We want to teach you how to make one of these. We want to teach you how to make one of these. And do you currently know how to make netherite ingots? I don't think you do. So we should probably get that added, because netherite is apparently a requirement. Which kind of stinks, but it is what it is. So netherite ingots will be like that. Is there an alternate recipe for this that's like less pricey? 2 gold and 4 netherite. Well, that doesn't really make much of a difference, does it? Yeah, the answer is no, not really. Unless this is in some way... No, still 4 scrap. Still 4 scrap. I think we've got more ancient debris. We've got a smidge. And I remember this guy being reasonably okay at ancient debris processing. Yeah, not too bad. Okay, cool. So at least we've got some. So I should be able to request network stuff now, right? 1 card, 1 transmitter, 1 receiver. And that should be good. Looks good to me. Perfect. Easy peasy. No cables required. So as usual, I'll just pop my transmitter in a basement somewhere. That's the receiver, so this is the transmitter. And then wherever we decide to set up the receiver in the end, we'll be ready to go. So let's go do that now. Into the end we go. End portal needs some experience to teleport out there. Hello, elephant. I hear you. I should get a more reliable way to teleport. RF tools, maybe? That might be cool. So now what we'd like to do, probably, is just build a platform off of this. So I'm going to get my building gadget, which is somewhere. We're going to do horizontal column. We are not going to place on top, and we're just going to build out. How's that sound? And we want to get a decent distance away, because remember, Shulkers can teleport in a 17 by 17 area. So as long as we're more than 17 blocks away from that location, we should be cool. Now, am I wearing my... I am. Good. Beautiful. Does that work? And then you can now shift into surface mode. How about horizontal wall mode? We can anchor you here. That looks pretty good. All we gotta do is get a few extra bricks and go. Does that work? This should be a sufficient platform for the Shulker spawning mechanic, right? Now, what I'd like to do is have a platform underneath. So let's get more view. Let's get our jetpack turned on and be ready to go. I think that would be good. A 3-block tall or a 2-block tall platform underneath. That should be doable. Actually, maybe not. Maybe I want it to be deeper than that. Let's make it 4. Does that work? That works for me. Okay. So I'm thinking like in the center-ish of this platform is where we'll have the mob duplicator ready to roll. We'll put you back in pulse mode. And you're going to get the Shulker spawner. And we can reset up all the XNet stuff that we had. So let's get our receiver here. You can probably just pop right down there, and we're going to get our network card. Boom. Now, what I'd also like to do, you're bound to this location now. Let's home. Let's get the matter transmitter receiver set up from RF Tools, right? So that would be a transmitter, receiver, and dialer, right? All that stuff. And I am going to have to murder an elephant. So I'll be right back. All right, so now that we're back here, and I've murdered the elephant, I'm going to go stick my network transmitter in here. So now you're connected to Minecraft The End. That's probably going to draw quite a hefty amount of power. 64 off a tick? That's not bad. I thought that would be way worse. I thought that would be way worse. My reactor's like, ha ha ha, laughs in fission. All right. So now that we've got that set up, I was going to go waystones for the teleporting between, but now I'm like, maybe not. Let's do the matter transmitter thing, right? So like, let's set up one of you. Let's set up a receiver. Yes. We can set up a dialing device. And we could probably set this up in our main location. And maybe I want, well, yeah, no, I'm going to set you up here. How's that sound? Right? So dialing device can chill here in the wall. I think you need power? Yes. And transmitter can chill here in the floor. We'll set up a couple more ender gates. I think a basic gate should be fine for this function, right? I don't think we need that much RF tick transfer. That should be more than enough, right? It's not the most expensive power consumption in the world, and it's not like it needs to be constantly maintained either. So I think basic tier power transfer should be fine. And if it turns out that we need more than that, then meh. All right. So home base dialer. We can continue to use /home, or I can set up a receiver in the base here with the handheld matter transmitter. I don't know that it matters all that much. But let's pop back to the end real quick. We can set up our receiver and then validate that this is working, and then we don't have to use experience to teleport to the end. And also, we can teleport directly to our new location, which should be cool. I might have angered an Enderman. Nobody panic. All right, so how about this spot for the receiver? And you're going to get... Did I not bring an extra one of these? I didn't. That's all right. We can /home it now. We will get a basic ender gate, and then we can dial up the end. Dial once. Huzzah! And you go basic level, and that should be more than sufficient, right? Shulker spawner. Sweet. Alright, so now that this is set up, and that looks cool, what I'm going to do is get our XNet connections back up and running. So we want the basic fluid tank to basically be here. We're going to want our controller here. We'll set up a connector here and here. We can throw this thing on something, and that looks cool. We'll do our export bus. We'll do that in a second. Let's reconnect. Boop, boop. I always forget that the connector is like its own full block. Not that end of the world, per se. So you're going to extract... Actually, no, delete this. Extract power. Extract fluid. Insert, insert. So now you should be full of all the things. You should be low. You can have your export bus set up. Okay. Type fluid, essence bucket. He should fill. Huzzah! It works. I love it when a plan comes together. All right, you're in pulse mode. You're going to get your buttons. And now, in theory, the Shulker had nowhere to go. You're going to teleport. Blah. Oh, you can go underneath. You sneaky devil. I mean, it's still better than it was. It's still better than it was. I would say it's still better than it was. Did you make 3 Shulkers with a single pulse? Because that's annoying. You little devil. Maybe we shouldn't have a platform down here. Yeah, the annoying thing is they can teleport under the platform. I wasn't super accounting for that, but they can. And that's a nuisance. So what I could do, I could fill in a 17 by 17 area, but that seems really like a lot. But it's a 17 by 17 by 17. So if we went 17 blocks down from here, we should be coolish. Right? Well, now what I could do is we could... Why do you keep trying to crouch, bro? What is up with the crouching? Why do you keep trying to sit? Why are you sitting? Why are we sitting? What is that? Like, how am I sitting? What's sitting? What's that all about? How did this happen? Why am I sitting? Somebody explain. Okay. Today I learned there's a sit hotkey. It is Z. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. We shrink this platform down a little bit. Get more blocks via /home, right? Clean up inventory briefly. More bricks. Should have been auto-crafted, because remember we have the whole brick auto-crafting process and, you know, down to a science. Then we can dial up the end. Perfect. And then what I'll do is I will remove all of this. Okay. And then we will build and gadget our way towards a brighter future. A future of fully filled in area. Basically my goal is I don't want Shulkers to be able to teleport away. That's literally all there is to it. So what I'm going to do is vertical column of range 15, right? Because it needs to be a 17 block radius. Undo whatever that was. Okay, and then surface mode, place on top. How did you get all fuzzy about placing on top? I mean, I guess I could see that. That looks good. Alright, so that should be 15 blocks down. Oh, but now that it's occurring to me, technically I think they could sit on the side of this thing, couldn't they? Ugh, that's super annoying. Okay, I've got a better idea. I've got a better idea. Nothing to undo. Okay, I've reached the limit of my undos. What if we put something underneath that they can't sit on? That's a thing, right? I bet there's certain block types that shulkers can't sit on. So if we cover the bottom of the platform with shulker unfriendly blocks, that would be a solution. Alright, so what if we now instead did stone slabs? Yes. So we don't want them to be able to teleport outside this radius, right? So we put stone slabs so they can't teleport onto the side of these blocks. Because it says any solid block, and I'm pretty sure stone slabs don't count as solid. Right? Okay. So that should be cool. And then we just match this. And that should be cool. And then you guys could probably be surrounded with stone slabs just to be extra safe. Yes? Because these are probably not solid blocks, but these might be. So we'll probably want to encase them in stone slabs just to be, you know, a little protective of it. And I'll do that just to make sure that they're extra nice and protected. So do you think that'll work? Maybe? Potentially? Possibly? We'll find out. Alright, you ready? Let's press a button. Where's the button? So far, so good. Man, my arrows feel like they fall like crazy. I'm feeling pretty good about this, potentially. Yeah, this should work. This should work. Alright, now I'm going to convert you into a floating version. So the floating version of the high side dream and the floating version of the Shulk Me Not. Okay, so that they don't have to be touching grass. Now here's an exceptional question. You ready? Does it count if the shulker hits another shulker? That could be cool. Because if it does, then the shulkers attacking each other would be the way to go. Right? Right? I would say yes. Wrong thingy. You know what? I probably want you in my inventory still for the time being. And let's make sure that you're bound to this guy, the Gaia Spreader. Are you within range? Can you bind to this dude? You can. Let's make sure that you're more centered in the platform. Ish. Okay. So that way you're connected. Let's give you a little starting mana. Let's get you guy hooked up. You should have enough mana now to do your job. So now let's spawn a shulker and let's see if them attacking each other is a sufficient solution. Ready? Yes, it is, my friends. No longer do we have to worry about another mob. The shulkers attacking each other is valid. That is cool. That is cool. Haha! Is it reliably spawning 2? That would be my next question. That would be my next question. Is it reliably spawning 2? It seems like it is. I think this is... Look at how much mana we already have. We already have a quarter pool of mana. We already have a quarter pool of mana. That is a pretty ludicrous amount. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Now, here's a thing that I want to try. Here's a thing that I want to try. Let me get a lever real quick. Because I want to see if it's... It may not be fast enough. But I'd like to see what happens if we just let the thing run continuously. Is that fair? This is actually working really quite nicely. So instead of pulse mode, you're going to run with redstone signal. Okay. It's not super reliably spawning too. And look, they're attacking each other, but if the thing has mana going on... Okay. I think this is viable, right? Like, it's gonna spawn a bunch of shulkers, they're not gonna go anywhere, and that's okay. And they'll hurt each other, but they'll only annihilate each other if the mana in the shulker isn't already full. So, I mean... That's kinda cool. Yeah? I call this pretty functional. Right? Wouldn't you guys call this pretty functional? Look at this, we already have a mana pool's worth of mana. I'm gonna say, like, this is good enough. I don't have to do the whole detect if there's two mobs and turn off the thing. I don't think we have to do that. I think we just let the shulker thing run. What I might do is give you your range upgrade back. Just to ensure that you can spawn. Because what's happening right now is he's sitting where the thing is. And yeah, now he eventually did spawn. So I mean, the range upgrade may or may not be necessary. May or may not be necessary. Now what we could do is trigger this thing to turn off when this is full. That might be a solution. Just to save us on stuff, right? We could say if the pool is full, stop spawning. That seems like a viable idea, yeah? I mean, I'm down with that plan. Let's do that. Because I think you can use a comparator for that. Right? You know what I should do? Here's what I should do. I should make one of these. And I can stick this on the platform, so I don't have to keep teleporting home to access my network. It doesn't need to have a particularly long range, so we don't need range upgrades or nothing. Right? But we can just, you know, stick this wherever. Can I stick you right on here? And then, boom. Yes! Yes, we can! I love it. Alright, so redstone comparator. And what we want, effectively speaking, and you should be emitting a redstone signal now. Of what? Probably in the 13 to 14 range. 12. I was close. And we've got more of these. Just want to make sure that we are protected from the shulker thingy. So that could be an XNet connector. Yeah, let's do it that way. Let's do it XNet connector. There you are. That's what I wanted. And I might need more of this stuff. Yeah, see? Man, this is hard to do with this jetpack. I need a better jetpack pronto. Very much need a better jetpack. Very much need a better jetpack that doesn't fall. Yes? I do like the hold shift to see the other stuff outlined thing. That's kind of a neat feature. And it even works like through blocks and everything, right? Which is cool. I really like that wireframing mechanic. So now if we had configured this guy... Oh, you're getting low on power. I forgot to power you. Can I do... that? Why, yes, I can. That's cool. That's neat. All right. So then for a fluid, gas, slurry logic, right? I could have you be a sensor or output mode. Sensor will be redstone greater than or equal to 15, emit a white output. And then on you, let's make it less than or equal to 15, right? So if it's not giving me a 15 signal, emit white, and then you will output a redstone signal of 15 on white. Cool, so you should be running now. And then once you're full, he should stop running. Right? Let's go, spawn the other one. There you go. Now where'd you teleport to? Oh, how are you under there? Is that a solid? Okay. Today I learned that counts as a solid block. Not anymore, though. And you're a 14, now you're a 15, so this should no longer be running. We don't want it to be less than or equal to, we want it to be less than, don't we? Less than 15, now you shouldn't be running anymore. Cool. Okay, but as soon as we drop the tablet on here, I inverted my logic. Now you're a 14, now you're running again? Right. And then as soon as he fills up and becomes a 15 again, he stops running. I like it. How do you guys like it? And the high side dream is going to make them continue to attack each other, in theory? The high side dream should always work. But I'm not super sure why you guys aren't attacking each other, but you should be. Now they are. I see some anger happening. See? You can see the particle effects. The high side dream is affecting them. Now, one will always last, but I'm not going to be here, so that's not going to be a problem, right? Was I smart about chunk boundaries? I a little bit was. We could have shifted this whole thing to the right some, but what I'll do is I will claim the chunk I'm in and this chunk, and then we will chunk load them, and that should be cool, right? Because, you know, we're good on either side. We just need to chunk load this little spot for the redstone. I was almost good. Yeah, it's always the last thing I think of is the chunk boundaries. It's like I finish my build, and then it's like, oh, right, I have to chunk load this. Did I do stupid? Generally, yes. So I'm going to call this a completed build. This is working really well. I am very happy. So we will wrap up here, come back next episode, and automate the filling of mana tablets. So I'm going to have to figure out how to drop a mana tablet in the pool once it's greater than half full, which shouldn't be too big of a problem. Spoiler alert. But then also measure that the tablet is full and decide to pick it up only when it's full. Now, there's definitely some vacuum-y things that I can do. And maybe the vacuumulator we can put a filter on, or we can do something with this where it Yeah, vacuum module for modular routers, because it can monitor NBT. So we can say only pick it up if it's full, right? That should be doable. I'm going to try to avoid integrated dynamics if I can, but maybe I'll wind up having to do integrated dynamics. We'll see. But I would imagine that I should be able to pull this off without integrated dynamics, right? Because the modular... The only problem is we don't want to drop more than one tablet. So we don't want to accidentally drop 2 tablets, unless we only have 1 tablet being the transition, right? That could be doable. What we could say is only 1 tablet will go back and forth between emptying and filling. We'll figure it out next episode. For now, Double20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. More of these shenanigans. You know, I like putting these kind of challenges on myself, because at first I'm like, how am I going to pull this off? But then I figure it out, and I'm like, that was pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. All right, take it easy.